Howdy guys, just a work in progress update on the dialog system. So here we have a dialog definition. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So we start here and then we get some text from the enemy, a little bit of text from the character, and then the character gets some options so they can choose one option which takes them right back to the start. We've got an option where they ask to be given some coins, and if we follow that through we see that leads to an event response which gives them some coins. And then we've got two options here that are conditional. So we've got if you have the gold sword, it'll say, give you an option to say surrender, I have the gold sword, which then leads to the enemy saying no. Or if you don't have the gold sword, it says, I wish I had a gold sword. And then it says, but you don't. And if we ever get to a dialogue step with an empty exit, the dialogue will end. So let's have a look at that in the game. We just tap to fast forward. So it's the initial dialogue. The next step. Now we get an option, so we can go up and down. Let's go back to the start. Give me some coins. When the dialogue ends, you'll see the coins went up to 5. Let's pick up the gold sword. Now we should get a different option this time. So it should identify that we have the gold sword. So now we have the surrender option. Another thing worth looking at, because these dialogues are stored against scriptable objects, they can't refer to scene objects. But to get around that, what we can do is we can raise a custom dialogue event. So let's say we wanted the coins to be given to the character a little bit more flashy. So we'll clear this connection and we'll raise a dialogue event called get coins, and then here we'll have an event responder. So it's listening to the dialogue system, dialogue event called get coins, and then you've got full access to any scene objects the same as usual. In this case I'm just going to activate a game object that's got a whole bunch of coins underneath it. So we run this again, same dialogue. Give me some coins. This time we get some coins that spawn in the scene. Now, one thing that's really handy with these item conditions is items don't have to be something that can be in your inventory. So you can actually use them to track all kinds of state as well. So if you talk to one character, you could use an event response like this to give them an event like talk to Bob, an item called talk to Bob, which you would create in the item manager, and that would be an item that is not stored in the inventory, so it just goes into its own stack, so to speak. And then in the dialogue you could set up conditions so that dialogue is only visible if you've already talked to Bob. So maybe when you talk to Fred, he'll only be nice to you if you've already talked to Bob. So you can use items basically to track state. Anyway, it's getting pretty close to built. Still a little bit of tweaking to do, but I hope you enjoyed.